Hello everyone, my name is Air, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how I clear floor 11. And my team is pretty much the same as floor 10. Stats wise, I think it's close to the same. I did a little bit of an upgrade for Ningguan, and I'm going to show you guys my build later. You guys can check out the build at the end of the video, but first I'm going to talk about the strategy of my team. So chamber 1 is really easy. This floor is definitely easier than floor 10, and floor 11, chamber 1 and 2 is kind of similar to floor 9. So I think animal does really well here because you can because the ley line here is electro damage dealt by all parties increased by 75%. So if you have any electro member, you're already dealing a lot of damage, and ice damage also. So super contact damage increased by 300% and decreases target's physical resistance by an additional 20%. So it's already 50%. Now it's an additional 20%. I don't think that makes it 70%. I think it's the 50% and then the 20%. But I'm not sure. I'm not able to test that out. But so far, if you are dealing super conduct, you're dealing that 300%. Like floor 9 here, you're doing overload damage. So that's really good. So you definitely want to try and put ice and electro together. So the first one here I did, I would say floor 11, chamber 1 and 3, you definitely need a... No, actually that's not true. Floor 1, you don't have to have a fire, but it's easier when it comes to chamber 3 because of this the ice gunner. The ice gunner is very tanky. If you don't have fire, it takes you forever. Well, I mean, you can burst him in the beginning, but if you're under level, under power, then I think you have to play with the elemental reaction game. I think Amber works as well. I just prefer using channeling myself. So anyway, so my team here would be, this is my swirl for dealing the super conduct in the beginning in chamber 1 because of the slime. You can use the ice slime, exactly the same strat as floor 9. And then this is my fire, and then I do have him. While I have him, it's because of chamber 2. I use him because he sprints fast enough. Chamber 2 you will see later, I'll explain. And then I use her as my healer / shield. So second half here is she is now my main DPS. She's a little bit stronger than my official. Now official of course is necessary for the electro damage. He is level 70, but he's naked, so he's definitely not built. She is also not built, but level 70. I can show you guys at the end of the video, like I said, and she's my healer as always. So here we go, and I'll explain as I go. I usually go for the attack buff when they're available because my heroes are lacking damage. There's not too much strategy in chamber 1. The main one would be doing super conduct using the ice slime and the electro slime. One thing you need to be aware is that the ice slime has that ice aura, the circly thing. Sometimes it deals a misty AoE attack and then it'll deal damage to your heroes. In these situations, any heroes with a shield becomes very handy. second half of chamber 1, you do want to kill the archers on the side first before you focus on the electro mage. The archers' multiple arrows are quite hard to dodge, but you can definitely try to jump over it. After you kill the mage, you have to kill, I don't know what you call it, I call them necromancers. Kill them first because they can heal and they're really annoying. Kill all the squishy enemies first and then focus on the Ice Avis mage. Chamber 2 is a little bit different than usual. Instead of time attack, you have to protect the domain in the middle of the map. The guys with the shield usually don't attack the domain, therefore you just have to focus on the ones that dig bombs and throws it at the domain on each end. You can easily juggle to each side and all you need to do is just stop them by hitting them once. In this situation, Kaya becomes very valuable because he runs very fast and he makes the whole team reduces stamina by 20%.
これこいつはどうだ。お前って本当にせっかちだな。大人ってお前これこいつはどうだ。おとなしくしやがる。
風と共に去れ。
これ
The very last part of first half is very important. That's the hardest part, and the big guys, you have to make them focus on you, otherwise they're going to hit the domain. And the way to do it is you attack them, otherwise you have to make sure they're facing you. If not, you just have to force yourself to make them face you by running in front of them. An easier way is to leave the small guy, leave one of the small guy with the shield alive, and then kill the big guy first, and then the other big guy won't spawn. But that's a little bit hard to do every time. It's a little bit annoying, but I'm able to get 3 stars every time regardless, doing or without doing the strategy. Before you finish the first half, make sure your character's healthy for Chamber 3. There's no time limit for this challenge, so take your time and make sure you regenerate your health or whatever elemental burst you need to build. In the beginning of the second half, run right in front of the big guy, and you cannot ignore him because he has the aura. Ignore the archer in the other side of the map because he doesn't do a lot of damage to the domain. Before you kill off the 4th enemy, make sure you heal and build your elemental burst. The last part of the fight might require you to use everything you have to protect the domain.
取るに足らないわさようなら姿を見せよオズ
お嬢様の仰せのままに。
その命いただいたわ元気出してよみんな頑張ってね無駄な努力をやめたらその命いただいたわ夜の権限諦め
Chamber 3 is really easy as long as you have a fire hero. Focus on an enemy that gives you the most trouble.
こいつはどうだ。まずはこの瞬間お前
熱々でしょ
If you only have one ice hero, bring him or her to the second half of Chamber 3 so that you can break the Electro Shield. Otherwise it's going to take you forever to clear Chamber 3 second half. Since you guys already made it to floor 11, I would assume you guys are pro at dodging the One Punch Man's attack.
ミュージック
すぐに終わらせる。即戦即決。予想外だ。
取るに足らないわ。その命いただいたわ。黒き翼よ、昼夜を切り裂きなさい。取るに足らないわ。いや
まずはこれを。
断罪のないや取るに足らないわ。
いわ、
いや
いでよ。聞いたみたいだ。
取るに足らないわ。その命いただいたわ。断罪のいや無駄な努力をやめたら。
Didn't get 7 stars in this run, but it's good enough to unlock floor 12. Okay, now let me show you guys my team status. So first I'm going to show you guys Ningguan. If you guys did watch my floor 10, you can watch it at the end of the video. My attack actually went down by around 400. The reason why is because I changed my artifact set. Instead of using full set of this, I have 2 set of each because I got better stats on my main and sub. So I switched them out, and now I have, instead of just 1 fully built, I have 2 fully built artifact. I really like the critical hit here, rate, and then I got this one here. This is really good, the geo damage bonus. I don't have enough resources to make this level 20 yet, but she's definitely doing a little bit more damage than before. And my third one, I don't really like this one, but for now I need more critical rate. So now my 50% is all you need when it comes to Ningguan. I'm not very good at explaining, but her attack is fast enough, and she doesn't require a lot of hits compared to Claymore user. Claymore user, you want maybe crit rate at least 80% to prompt most of the time, but this is good enough for her. Okay, and now my geo damage bonus is very high. Okay, still level 70. Talent is pretty much the same as before. I don't really farm for talent materials yet. Constellation at 1. Okay, official constellation at 3. I didn't even do anything to her. Exactly the same. Attack is quite high, but crit rate is horrible. And crit damage is also horrible. But I don't use her as much like before, so probably won't touch her. Talent is right here. I use Knight Rider the most. That is why I leveled this up. Shanling here. I try to level whatever I can. Constellation maxed, which is why you see my condensed Pyronado stays out for a very long time. Artifact also improved her. These are the same. I finally have something maxed out for her. These 2 here. And this one is new because I needed more critical rate. 5-star weapon. Oh, I forgot to show you guys my weapon. So weapon here, I did not use this in floor 10, but before I was lacking damage, so I used this, but now I switch it out because this gives me better crit damage. So the reason why I used this before is because my critical rate was so bad, it was not necessary for that critical damage. It doesn't prompt. But now my critical rate is at 50%, so this is more worth it. But I don't have the resources to level up this to level 80 yet. Official, I'm using Russ. Shanling, I'm using a 5-star weapon, Skyward Spine. artifact you guys saw already. Constellation Max. Okay, so now we're gonna look at Noelle. Noelle, I also improved her quite a lot. The bell here makes her like the best support. Artifact now I also switch out to 2 set instead of 1, and also the main reason is because of the artifact. I never liked the full set for her anyways here, but now with these I farmed a lot of domain. That is why this one I'm okay with it, but I don't really like it. But this one's pretty good. It gives defend percentage and defend and attack everything. So improved a lot with my artifact, which is why I switch out. And these ones are mainly defense, like you can see here. So she's very tanky, like you saw in the video. And now Constellation is 1, and you can see my talent. Main character is the same as usual, nothing changed, except I did give her a new artifact here, which gives a lot of attack percentage, which honestly I don't like it, but I want her to be more tanky because she stands there when she does her elemental skill. But eventually I want to switch this out and give her even more elemental mastery. Wait, did I show? Well, Constellation 6, artifact, weapon is the flute. Okay, so next is Diona. Diona here, level 70/80, but you can see the stats is pretty horrible because even the weapon is only 20. I only use her for the shield, and you can see the artifact is not built. No resources. This is the only one that I love. I feel like it's really good on her because you want HP on her, and this energy recharge is also very necessary. I will be making a Diona guy very soon. Constellation 1, talent is barely any, but like you can see in the video, good enough. Razor's not built. You can see he is pretty much naked. That is why I'm not using him yet, but I'm going to build him soon. One of my favorite characters when I used in beta. Talent, Constellation 1. Summon him twice back to back. Okay, now we look at Kaya here. 3-star weapon. This is the first weapon that I built for the main character, but now he's using it because this gives him extra damage. Artifact is whatever I used to have in the beginning and just slap it on him. Constellation is nothing. Talent is almost close to nothing. And last but not least, I think I use Barbara. Yes, level 60, a lot of HP. This one, very lucky, I got a lot of drops from the dragon, so I was able to refine it from level 1 to 4. I got it from Dragon Wolf for the level 4 refinement. The book that you can build. Artifact. These are the stuff that you get from the adventure book. These are free artifact, except this one here. I got it from the domain. So whatever has HP, I just stack that on. You can see this one, I don't even build it, but it gives her a lot of HP, so she can survive and heal. Constellation is also 1, and talent is not many. And these are heroes I don't use. I built him. I summoned him recently, so I'm going to build him soon. And 5 stars I do not use for my content. And these two, eventually, I will build them when I have resources. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hope this video helps and gives you guys a better idea of how strong you need to be to clear these spiral abyss. So also want to note that one of the reasons why I don't level them up to 80 yet is first because I feel like it's not necessary. I think it's better to save your gold for artifacts or weapon enchantment. Because, for example, if I max it out to 80, look at the amount of gold that I need to use. And if I level them all up, this is probably going to be gone. So I think it's better to build a brand new hero to level 70 and then unlock them to 80 cap. And then build your artifact. That is more, how do you call it? That's more valuable, in my opinion, when using your resources, because the attack probably won't go up by a lot. Maybe give 10% of each, but that's probably it. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys in floor 12. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.